What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tales from the Flipside, episode 165. It's like we know what we're doing around here. I can't get it. I can't figure it out.
That was from the YouTube music department. They told us we can't use any more music.
But we try to look like professional podcasters. I'd rather make you see you guys through that terrible opening that I'm gonna have to fix. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the live chat. I got the one and only CEO with us tonight, Dino, Tales from the Flipside CEO. Nico is with us again. Keep that gerbil running. And we got Carter, YouTube's very own Mercenaut. Make sure you guys go sub to his site. He's going to be hanging out with us again tonight. Really stoked about that. And make sure you guys hit a like, hit the subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the bell to let us know that you like the show. All right, you guys ready to get into it? What do you guys want to talk about first? Let's get into the craziness of the Loki trailer that dropped.
Yep.
Pretty interesting. Lot of new stuff to be talking about there, but I like how Marvel is pushing out some trailers. They've been doing quite a bit lately. We saw the Black Widow trailer too. But the Loki trailer, I think, is just every time you see anything new with that, you get excited even more.
No, I agree. It was I guess you can call it the Matt Damon trailer. He was all over that thing. Or not Matt Damon, Owen Wilson was all over that thing. It was great. I mean, I liked it. I'm super pumped. It's gonna be a good series. I can't wait.
Yeah, good stuff. I know Nico's been talking about this character, this Owen Wilson character, for a while now, and I think it was probably 2 months ago, maybe. You talked about the Fantastic Four books, right? Everybody's looking for the Mr. Mobius character. That is this Owen Wilson character that we're all pretty sure, right, that this is who this is going to be, from Fantastic Four 353 on the cover there.
Yeah, so I think we've seen what's happened with the first appearance of U.S. Agent and some of the other, spec books like Truth #1 that we told people they should go out and buy them at $20 and got ridiculed about in our live chat. And they could have made hundreds and hundreds, or if not thousands of dollars by following some very simple suggestions from your buddies here on Tales from the Flipside. I don't know that there's going to be an opportunity to get this stuff slabbed, but maybe this is like your last chance to get them into CGC. So think about it. Get these books if you can now. Please don't chase. One thing I've learned for sure is that people who watch our podcast, people who are hip to what's going on in the spec community, they know a fuck ton more than the people who chase these books after they see them on Disney Plus. So there's an opportunity to make some cash on all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
You can get a CGC 9.4 for like $196. I mean, is that a good price? Is that a bad price? You think that's?
Lord only knows. I mean, my God.
I tell you what, it's better than getting at CGC now because you're gonna get a shit grade. You are guaranteed a shit grade. I was talking to George not too long ago, and he got murdered on some grades on books that probably should have been at least about 3 numbers, about a couple of number grades higher. So I don't know. You're better off buying a CGC than sending it off to CGC at this point.
We'll talk about the horror story that was my CGC submission here in a little bit. I think we even have some photographs.
Well, I think we can do that into a discussion too, because it's gonna. I got an interesting take on it, and we'll see what'll happen. But no, I mean, like you said, I mean, this book was like you can find these in back bins, right, Carter? I mean, nobody cares.
Hell yeah!
Dude,
Oh hell yeah!
everybody in the planet skips over Fantastic Four. Like once it like back in the day, at least it was like 52 and under, and no one looked after 52. Like
that's the thing about Copper Rage. It doesn't dry up. Like it can get super hot. Everybody is buying it. Everybody's selling it, and then like 6 months later, you'll find it for $1. You'll find that same book for $1. That's the beauty of Copper Age.
That's a great.
I bet you these books are in dollar bins across the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the key is going to be finding high grades, right? So there's like Mark Jeweler variants for a number of these different issues. And for me, the question is like, which one of these characters will survive? Who's going to be in the She-Hulk series? Remember, there's those She-Hulk issues with the Time Variance Authority. Are they going to make this a long-standing project? We've already heard that Loki is going to get a season 2. Will that continue to revolve around the Time Variance Authority? Are we going to see the Time Variance Authority be the launching point for Kang the Conqueror, and thereafter, roll into like a Young Avengers storyline? So this particular book is interesting. Charles Murphy believes that Sasha Lane is going to play Casey, the conductor, driving that train. And I loved her on the Amazon show that was a BBC remake, Utopia. If you haven't seen Utopia, I suggest watching both the original version and the Amazon version. It was absolutely exceptional.
I think it's going to be an interesting marketing strategy when it comes to Disney Plus. Like, do they start rolling out TV series for Disney Plus? Because theoretically it might be cheaper in the long run than trying to do like a whole solo movie. And then once you see like gaining popularity, like, does Loki get his own movie after that? Or, like, do they do test breaks for all these characters and then they find out what's hot and what's not, and then move it into the cinematic universe style? Like, is that the new way, or is it?
When they originally announced this, I was like, there's no way that Tom Hiddleston's he's too big of an actor to do a television series on Disney Plus. Boy, was I wrong.
Yep.
And then, the question for me is like, what other iterations of Loki will we see? So the Vote Loki stuff is obviously there. Eichel appears to be there. Are we going to see Kid Loki, as has been rumored? That's a rumor that has made its way around since this television series was originally announced. It's been almost 2 years now. I like a lot of these books, really excited about Loki. I got a feeling it's going to be the standout show. Hiddleston is a hell of an actor and always impresses. And I think they are building up for some really neat surprises on this particular series.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be the jewel of the shows, the TV shows that they're doing.
Is Disney Plus okay? So right after WandaVision, we have Falcon and Winter Soldier. So right after Falcon and Winter Soldier, we're getting Loki.
Yeah, and don't forget about the Black Widow film that's rolling out. We're supposed to get Ms. Marvel this year as well, Hawkeye this year as well. There's just so much content that's going to be pouring out on the small screen. And that's not to mention all the Star Wars stuff that's circulating.
So I'm just looking right here. So June 11th should be Loki, theoretically. I forgot if this is actually updated or not. July 9th, it was a Black Widow. I don't know if that moved to August. July 9th is Shang-Chi. We forgot about Shang-Chi. That's July 9th as well. Summer of 2021 is What If. November 5th was The Eternals. It says late 2021 for Hawkeye, late 2021 for Ms. Marvel. And then don't forget about December 17th is Spider-Man No Way Home. And then obviously we have, before that all jumps off, March 25th for Doctor Strange, and then May 6th for Thor, Love and Thunder. If this is all, is still getting all planned out. And then, we'll see what Black Panther 2 comes out in July. So in November 11th is Captain Marvel, which she was just on doing a pull-up for a minute that I sent Nico. So
yeah, and I think a lot of this stuff is still getting tapped a little bit into the future. My recollection is that Shang-Chi doesn't come out until fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited.
Article. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of stuff. I mean, it's, you know, we talked about the movies and all that stuff and like actually going to the theater, but I mean, I think Marvel's is so big now. I mean, you can just all release it on Disney Plus and people are going to pay the money. Like, you know, they're going to pay a premiere. Who wouldn't pay $40 right now to watch a new Marvel movie on Disney Plus? I mean, who cares at that point? I mean, you and your old, you know, your significant other just trying to roll through it, and that's $40 is easy at the movie theater, just chill in your own crib and watch Disney Plus. I mean,
you and the 5 other people you're sharing a Disney Plus subscription with.
Hey, yeah, that's right.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. See a lot of good people in the chat tonight. We do have a book to give away. We also have a book and hat combo giveaway tonight.
Right.
We're giving away one of them. Yeah, we're giving away one of those hats right there that the CEO is wearing, and a book too from the gracious Wonderworld Comics and Dennis Barger, his Taskmaster 3 variant that he did for charity, which is really cool. So we'll be giving away those later in the show. All right. So you talked a little bit about Black Widow. Mm-hmm. Do you guys see the movement on some of the Black Widow stuff? It's kind of interesting to finally see some of that stuff selling again. I noticed here some of those books selling quite nicely. If you got them, sell them now. All right.
Well, nice. You know, there's a lot of people who are suggesting that Yelena Belova is a keeper, and you know, I got to admit that I'm terrible when it comes to selling cheap books, and by cheap I don't mean like books that I managed to slab. I mean, I'm terrible at slabbing $50 books to sell them at $350. I'm terrible at selling $50 books unless I'm set up at a show, you know, but most of the time it pays off. Certainly in this market, it's paid to keep stuff, but this is something that I've kind of intentionally held on to, failed to slab, but intentionally held on to. The Red Guardian stuff is interesting. I mean, the actor is so popular and so gifted. I kind of wonder whether or not he'll have a cult following even after the movie, even if he dies. The Iron Maiden stuff, you know, I haven't seen a lot of sales around, but I'd certainly stacked a lot of those books because we knew she was coming. And, you know, ironically, I talk about my non-comic friends who are sort of curious about comics. I had one of them send me a message recently asking me about Taskmaster. They're like, the Taskmaster comics are reasonably affordable, and theoretically he's a character that's going to stick around. And I stopped picking those up a long time ago.
I've been looking at 196s forever, for like the last 7 years, and or you know, 10 years or however long I've been back into it. And it's like I can't find a 9.8. It's just such a hard book with the green on it. Like I've had like a 9.0, 9.2. Like it's just brutal. I mean, I hope, I hate to say it, like I hope I'm probably in a minority for selfish reasons. I'm probably hoping that Black Widow's not good so I can get cheap Taskmaster 9.8 again. Like
you're the same as me. I'm like, because look, I have, you know, like probably like maybe 3 or 4 copies, but they're all like, you know, like maybe very fine at best.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, I hope this movie sucks so this shit doesn't take off. So then I can kind of come in on the back end, and
it's not even that great. I mean, it's honestly, I hate to say it, it's not even that great of a cover. It's not like it's like banging, you know what I'm saying? It's just him on it, and it's, you know, it's like cartoony. It's not even like a photorealistic or some kind of crazy variant from like the modern era. It's like, you know, but yeah.
I think I see Vika in the chat. Vika, stay for the card section. Some interesting stuff coming up in the market report later on in the show, guys. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just excited. We're talking about you know, Marvel MCU TV stuff again, in a decent way, not like everything's tanking. You know, it's nice to sell this stuff every once in a while. So
yeah.
All right. What else you guys got going? Anything else? I say we just get into it, right?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's just
give the people what they want.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right, just a second here.
Am I controlling it tonight? Are you walking away?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. It's up to you. I don't care.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the market report has begun.
Jesus Christ.
I still don't get it.
Oh, boy.
Bruh.
I still don't get it. Listen, I got a copy, so it's not like I'm hating because I don't have one, but it's just like,
I think the absurdity of it is it's not a rare book, and a 3.5 or 9.10 is ridiculous. Like, you could get.
Well, it's not like a common book, but it's
every dealer had one.
It's certainly not uncommon in low grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody can suggest that 3.5s are hard to find. Like, they're freaking out there. This was a big number. I'm just so amazed at the amount of money that is pouring in to the X-Men market this early. I mean, we're years away from like a developed kind of like X-Men on the big screen, on the small screen. I thought that I was like way ahead of the curve. I got together some of my friends and I'm like, hey, let's try to pick some of the cool books. And it was like 2 weeks later and I was like, I'm about 2 years behind.
Yep.
Damn.
Hey, we all know about this book. We've been talking about this book for weeks. People are just starting to, say the same thing.
Here's what's interesting about it. If you look at 9/8 of Giant Size X-Men #1 and X-Men 94, there are less copies of X-Men 94 in 9/8 condition, and there are less overall copies that have been subbed than Giant Size X-Men #1. So I think the kind of exponential growth of Giant Size X-Men #1 has inspired people to go back and start picking up these 94s. I was just stunned at this.
Dude, you could get a high grade Foom 10 for that much.
I saw one pop off.
I don't know about that because I looked at Foom 10s. I've been looking at them ever since you showed me your beautiful copy, and they're a little bit more than that. They're about twice that, but still, they're free comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just a fraction of the price, and a super duper cool book. I really think the Foom 10 is probably the next one to pop off. I shouldn't say that because now I don't have one.
I was about to say, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I can't. It's like diarrhea of the mouth. I blame myself for Star Wars 1.
Yeah,
I blame myself.
Or Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. We can go down the list.
Sentai 2. That's my fault. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean the Fruit of the Loom book? That was my fault.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of an idiot.
All right.
Anyway,
this is interesting.
Yeah, so it's a newsstand. This book has gotten nice and cold. It is buying season on this one, or it's cold forever. I can't tell which. It's one of the books that I have held on to and liked and stacked, as many copies as I could afford to, because I think that it's where they go logically after the time period they're in now. Right, like the Revan Malik story is the story that all the fans want. This newsstand 9.6 seems like a bargain. There's another newsstand 9.6 that you'll see later in the market report that I think is also a bargain. But this was a no reserve auction. I think I've seen 2 9.8s that were newsstands total. That's the same number of Ultimate Fallout 4 newsstands that I'm aware of total. So I think, congratulations to the buyer on this one.
So if you were the seller, would you be pissed?
I mean, if I was the seller, I wouldn't have been throwing this up in an off season, when Star Wars fandom wasn't bananas in a no reserve auction.
Did this end on Easter on Sunday?
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me either, right? But yes, it did. And that didn't I wouldn't be doing that neither. So, I think the guy got a deal. There's certainly, obviously some very astute buyers, but you can get a regular copy at 9.6 for about $600, I think. But that little bit of a price increase seems like a good deal.
Cool stuff. I have a couple of these too that I sat on, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, I really hope it isn't ice cold forever.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the buy-in? I mean, your buy-in's what, dollars at the end of the day?
Yeah. But
So,
you know what? We're also bad about.
Raw copies will cost you $300. When I say it's ice cold, I shouldn't say that. I mean, like, it just lacks the liquidity that of this book had, 2 months ago when Star Wars was booming. It's a buyer's market for Star Wars stuff right now. It really is. Yeah. And I think once the Kenobi stuff rolls out, it's going to go nuts. We'll have another Star Wars book that I think was a hell of a deal. If I'd have saw it, I probably would have snagged it. Not this one. This one got all the attention. So Quinlan Voss, I know Carter's been picking these up. Have you not?
Oh, hell yeah. Dollar bin digging. Absolutely.
I picked up 2 of these from our good pal Sleepy on eBay probably a year ago.
Yeah, he's still hurting. He's still butthurt. For the record, if you guys want to steal books, I know you can't find steals on eBay anymore. You should join the CGC chat boards and wait for Yanni Gogolak to have a CGC sale. Because if a book's $80, he'll be like $18, but I'll pay the shipping. He's got the best deals I've ever seen. He's like legitimately the most decent comic book seller left. Maybe the only decent comic book seller left.
I sold him some cards, some holograph 90s trash. He's like, I'll give you $20. And one was just like burnt to shreds. And he's like, yeah, $20 is fine.
He's just the greatest human being. Did Sleepy literally built a children's museum out of the kindness of his heart with his own money?
I know.
Yeah. World's greatest. We got him in our community. And he's one of them. So Yanni Gogolak on the CGC boards, a.k.a. Sleepy John, I've exposed his identity, is unquestionably, I am too, the greatest. How about Carter? We were at that Harper show, and the guy there thought that his name was Yanni Gogolak. Jeff, like, he thought that was his actual name. He's like, "Wait, your name's not Yanni Gogolak?" I'm like, "Have you ever seen The Whole Nine Yards?" No. No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Quinlan Voss is a good big character. He's always been a big character for Star Wars fans. So I think it's cool. Cool book.
Telling secrets with the small numbers and live chats. You guys get the inner workings of what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one.
Jesus.
I sold mine for $450 and I thought I was a boss.
Not even the variant. I watched him just pull one 2 weeks ago out of a long box.
Really? You got them graded already, Carter?
I have 198, and I have a raw copy. So yeah, I'm floored.
I'm pissed.
Right. I'm floored at that at this price right now. But the funny thing is, I think it's like I'm floored, but at the same time, I'm like, that can go up even higher.
It's a harder book than Ultimate Fallout 4 by all estimations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And good luck finding. Remember when we used to like debate about whether or not the all black cover was cool or not? Yeah, good luck finding one of those. All the people who didn't care about that shit are now like, I'd like to have a copy also.
Look at our one of our favorite retailers. I sold this maybe 30 days ago at $1,095, and I bet you he thought it was a boss, which he is. So I mean, it's just going up and going up. I remember I could find these raw for like $50. Just brutal.
Yeah, brutal. And I think our buddy Joe is dead on. Kamala's coming when that TV show drops. Lights out. Yeah.
Good stuff. It's cool to see, like you said, when people are ice cold. But this book is that she's not even in anything yet, and it's still hot. That's what blows me away. Like if something gets talked about and she's in it soon.
I mean, she was in
Edge of Spider-Verse, but
yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like if we're all hoping that Miles, we know Miles is coming. We don't know, but she's got to be hot on the heels. And when that happens, is this thing a $3,000 book? Is this a Miles? Is this a UF4?
I don't know. I want to know if the Amazon Silk television show is actually going to happen, because if it is, we're all going to be kicking ourselves in the ass for not buying Cindy Moon books.
Oh yeah, they're so cheap too, man.
Hey, you want me to ruin another book before I have it?
Sure.
Yes.
Silk One Comics Pro variant, dirt cheap.
Yeah, dude. Listen. I sold mine a long time ago.
It's dirt cheap.
Sold it.
Yeah.
Buy it again. You're saying buy it again.
If the Amazon show happens, we'll all hate ourselves for not having one, because they'll be like $3,000 instead of like $400.
Right.
But it just depends. The problem with Sony is they're like, I've got 75 projects that are going to happen, and you're like, what?
Just get one out.
Book Day? What? Yeah. Madam Web? What? Like, so who knows? But Cindy Moon's coming. It just might be 5 years down the road instead of 3.
Yeah. Well, here's another one I'm surprised you put up.
Yeah, is that fucking amazing? This one goes out to you, Dino. It is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. You should see the interior line work. And, I think if we're going to be real honest with ourselves, we should all be digging into our pockets and spending the money that we can make on, this modern trash, and going and buying Golden Age treasures.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm about to run Dino's market, because the comic market is bleeding up, right? So we saw the entry level for Giant Size X-Men, Hulk 181, you name it, pop first, right? And then it crept its way all the way up to the top, and then the top went boom. And then we saw the prices tick up on Silver Age keys, right? Whether it was ASM1, or the AF-15 or some of the other books that are now just soaring in price. And I think that, if you can afford to kind of invest in a serious Golden Age book, if you're a baller like Joe and you can do one a month, have at it. If you're like, everybody else and you can somehow cobble away $2,000, $3,000, $2,500 to buy one classic cover a year, you'll never regret it.
Buying the Golden Age book is like playing double dutch. You just kind of got to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bought 7 already this year. Does that make me something decent?
You're special.
You getting the portfolio going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And, we'll see.
I'm more like the guy on the couch.
Well.
What a great book this is, man.
It is. I mean, and honestly, for so is that times 10 by he has 10 copies? What does that mean? Times 10 covers.
Cindy Comics 37. I like that, and he's got to have in caps headlights.
But what's X10 mean? Yeah,
that means the headlights are major headlights.
Oh,
headlights times 10. Right?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so if you basically she's on the phone being like, I've got all the time in the world to talk, and there's your what's an appropriate word that we won't be removed from YouTube for saying.
We might skip this one.
There's a word, you all know what it is, or
yes.
2 or 3. They'd probably remove us for saying them, but he's on the couch and there she is, and it's a win, man. It's a cool book. There's a lot of these Golden Age romance books or good girl art or in that genre that are ice cold right now. This is the stuff that's collected by, in my estimation, predominantly older retailers that are on the convention scene. And because they're not on the convention scene, I think there's opportunities to buy that stuff where there's fewer opportunities to score deals on some of the other things. So,
I mean, and $1,000, $1,000 is not a great, it's not a bad buy. I mean, selfishly, I'd probably be at 750, but I mean, 1,000's not terrible. I like that book. It's a good book. I'm sure they don't pop up every day. So I mean,
oh my God, never. And it's going to present incredibly well. That thing's going to slab well. I mean, that's the kind of book where you don't have to spend 2 G's, but you could spend, $1,000, spend another $100 to get it slabbed and
stashed away for a couple of years. Let the census, let GPA, I should say, let GPA run a little bit, And
this is the kind of stuff that's trade bait for serious dealers, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you want, some trash ass modern books, you can get them with this. Like you can, they'll take it because they don't see them come up. I think it's a cool one.
Hell yeah. All right, on to the next one.
All right, so here's the other Star Wars book I think somebody stole that I absolutely would have tried to buy at that price. Carter's looking at that like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Asajj Ventress 9/8. Get the fuck out of here. That's a tough 9/8, a small census, and a character who many believe is going to be an Obi-Wan. So there's going to be an immediate potential for huge spikes, even if you don't actually wait for her to show up and you just want to hedge your bets and blow it out after like episode 2 of Obi-Wan. You think people are getting excited about Mephisto and fucking Omega Red. Wait till you see what Star Wars people do when they figure out that Obi-Wan is in the Asajj Ventress timeline.
Mm-hmm.
What's the same thing they're all doing with Dirge, right?
Amen.
Yes, Lord. Okay, so raw copies of this book. What are they going for?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, but they're all beat to hell.
Okay, because I could have swore the last time I checked, which is a long time ago, like high grade raw copies were going for like 300.
Yeah, no question about it. And when you say high grade, they weren't 9/8s. They just presented well and had a couple ticks.
Look at this. Old Denny. Look at the old
Stud.
newsstand.
Stud.
Good times.
$200.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're down 2. Remember, there was a female casting call and people were like, oh, it's Asajj. And that's when this all began for Obi-Wan. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's interesting. $200, not bad. It's about the norm.
Yeah, and that's down about 30% from what they were during the Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
Man. So to pay just roughly double for a 9/8, man, that's pretty nice. That's nice.
No, and I might be trying to buy those books at $200 raw now that I see that they're down and get me in trouble.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so this is a book that I like. I think there's very few Marvel, I don't know, he's certainly not an A-list character, but like B, C-list characters that are left that haven't been spec'd to death. I think the end of Cyborg in the DCU with all of the, what's his name, Josh Whedon, sort of like craziness with, what's Fisher's first name?
Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher spells the end of Cyborg and really was the crack that Deathlock, spec sort of needs. Then when we had the guy who's the showrunner for Falcon and the Winter Soldier be like, I want to do Deathlock. He's rated, one of those like 90s characters that could go bonkers. It's the first George Perez art. He does the interior art, not the cover, but the cover is absolutely amazing. Rarely do you get sort of like that kind of sick cover for a first appearance. I think 9/8s are still like under $2,000. And this seems like a book that's got potential.
Are you ready for some good data on this one? Everybody loves it. So there's 199, if you guys can believe that.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. The other thing I saw was, so there is only 77 9/8s, 223 9/6s, 271 9/4s, a grand whopping 1,500 submitted. There's like 11 9/8 signature series too, which is crazy. The real interesting part I saw, there's only 5 UK price variants submitted to CGC, and the highest rated is only 9.2.
Wow.
That's a little tad that people don't know. A little flex on people. You know, so maybe the UK, maybe. Just gonna sprinkle it down for somebody.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you.
That's everybody.
I also really like the first ever George Perez, professional work. And it's Perez. I was told that personally.
Perez.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's a stud, dude. Just the kindest, most decent man in comics, right? Yeah, I'm really a big fan. I mean, by all accounts, one of the most kind and decent men to ever grace the pages of Marvel Comics and DC Comics.
And if you were lucky enough to get his $5 commission sketches that he used to do at every show, that took 2 minutes, but is great work. I feel bad for you because they're awesome. All right, I know everybody probably watching the show has a couple of them. All right, on to the next one. Oh, here we go. Miles got to show up sometimes.
All right, so this is again the other newsstand that I think somebody stole. Newsstand 9/6 of Ultimate Comics #1. I mean, we know what the Ultimate Fallout 4 newsstands sell for and how few there are. I think this is absolutely a buy in the same vein that the Revan Knights of the Old Republic 9 is. Certainly a bigger entry point, but congratulations to the buyer. I think if the seller would have held out, he probably could have gotten double this.
Very cool.
What do you guys think? Am I nuts?
It's crazy to see a 9.6 book go for that much money. I get how rare the newsstand is, and I get like these. Did these come polybag too on newsstands?
That's the question I've been asking and trying to Google and find an answer to, and I don't know. I sort of assume that they would have, which makes it even more interesting because are there newsstands out there that are still in the polybag? I've played that polybag game and not done well. So, I hope other people get lucky in ways that I haven't. But I just think the late Marvel newsstand collectors are smart buyers. They remind me a lot of the Spawn collectors. They're the guys that are really serious about modern comics. They got a ton of money. They're smart about specs, so they're making money slinging books, buying books. And it's one that I think will retain its value over the long term.
Interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we'll keep our eyes on these ones for sure. All right, here we go. Talking about Spawn. This is crazy. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Spawn 64 9.8 $2,300.
So you guys all know about the CGC registry collectors, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is the only 9/8. So,
I have one of these. I think they came polybagged. A clear polybag. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, but if you want to be the winner of the registry game, you just had to spend $2,300. And those guys are serious about the registry. Like real serious about it. And there's a lot of guys who are sellers that play to that market. They'll look for books that just are astronomically expensive comparatively in 9/8 because the census is so small and target those books. You know what I mean?
So,
sub them at 9/8 and.
Are you ready for this too? So
yeah,
there's only 10, right? There's only 10 submitted. So it's not like people it's not like Spawn #1, right? It's not like there's thousands upon thousands, right? So 198, 596s, 394s, and a 90, right? There's a newsstand edition of this.
Yeah.
0 submitted to CGC.
Well,
I'm sorry. One qualified at a 92.
Wait, time out. They have a separate newsstand registry for this?
Yes.
When the hell did they do that? Did they start doing that for all Spawns?
I don't know.
Because if they did, that's fascinating.
Yeah, so there's only one qualified at, for some reason. It must have been like atomic filing signature, I'm guessing, that they didn't verify, and somebody subbed it. Yeah, well,
Yeah, right.
right.
So my man Diaz.
So this is
love
another book. I think. Would you think dollar bin fodder? You know, like, do you think anybody's like ripping through the spawns like number 60? I don't know. I mean, it's a middle of run 64. I mean,
yeah, I mean, but I'd like to go back to that issue of their the newsstand thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So we've all talked about, forever, like grab those newsstands, like the late Marvel newsstands. But it's usually only when there's a price variant that CGC will have the separate registry for it. Now, they started to do a separate registry for the Batman Spawn book, which is one that I love because, like, that was a big deal for me when I was a little kid. And I wonder if it had to do with the CGC signing, right? That if the CGC signing with McFarlane just got them to be acutely aware that collectors really appreciated the difference between newsstands and directs, because they don't have one for Spawn 1, right?
Let me look. So here's an interesting tidbit for everybody. So I looked at number 63 to 67, knows newsstands. And I'll look at number 1. Give me a second. They're not numeric. They're kind of all over the place on this one. There is not a newsstand for number 1. Not designation, at least, or a separate registry, you want to call it. So yeah, that's interesting to me.
Yeah. Why 64?
I don't know.
Was there a price variant because of the polybag? I mean, I'm just trying to wonder.
I can look. Let me see if I can even find one. Oh, right. Yep. Here's one. Let's see.
Oh, man.
You want to go and share?
$100. You want me to? You guys want to see it? Should I just buy it?
Is it in the poly bag?
Negative.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's first order business. And is the price tag the same?
$1.95. Oh, sorry. You want to take off the thing? I'll share it. So yeah, $1.95. That's what it says up there. Let me zoom in for everybody. $1.95. I don't know if that's the.
That's weird. Look at the back.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, dude. When those freaking UPC symbols are on the back, the newsstands on the back, that's one like you got to commit to memory because they're out there in long boxes. So,
okay, so I'll leave this up. It'll probably be gone in the next 3 seconds. But $100, do you buy in at 100?
It's
all black cover on the spine.
It looks good, kind of. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got to really look at it. Maybe not. Yeah.
But all those Spawn newsstands are freaking destroyed, and they sell for major money, dude.
I had a Spawn black and white number 1, 98 back in the day.
I feel like that book came in polybagged with another book for some reason, and I'll have to find mine to make sure. But
I wish John Brown was here. He would tell me instantly the guy's a man when it comes to Spawn.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. There you go. Shout out to Big Leg, who's on vacation in Florida right now.
It's a nice copy of that book.
So everybody knows the legend of this book when it comes to Leg, right? So Leg, he started buying these when nobody knew about them, and he had them like in my comic shop for like $2, $3, right? And he just kept adding them, and just for $3, who gives a shit, right? He kept adding them and adding them and adding them, and they finally got one. It was a newsstand, second printing, all the crazy stuff on it. They got it for like $3. It was crazy.
Super tough book to find.
Yeah, it's super tough.
Yeah, but have any of you seen one in real life? I've seen one.
I've seen Tron's.
No, never.
A dude was walking around Baltimore with it, trying to get people to pay a reasonable price for it. I mean, I don't pay a reasonable price for almost anything. So, but that was the one copy I saw in person, and it sure as hell wasn't as nice as this one.
What do you want for it?
I want to say 900 was the asking price, and I was just like, bro, I'm not your guy. But
man, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not the guy. Right. I'm not the guy, but somebody was probably the guy. Joe, stud. Good job.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at everybody. Everybody pops them out. It's like the Wonder Woman, that Wonder Woman Canadian variant that Stein said.
Yeah,
was a
but
ghost.
what people don't realize is those two guys, along with 3 other guys, have been in contact with each other on some form of Google chat for the last 5 years, saying, "Hey, I'm still looking for one." Like they're all talking to each other. Did you find one? And so they're actively searching for it, and there's certain books that are like that, and this is one of them.
The closest I've come is that Robin #1 newsstand.
Oh, that's a lot more common. My buddy found one when we were digging together.
The Sandman 75-second prints like this.
Yeah, it's same thing. Yeah.
I've never found one of those, which really pisses me off.
I haven't either.
Like have one of those
I know,
for myself.
Right?
One of our friends of the show found one at a Mile High in Denver, just in a long box for $1.
Yeah, and the Superman ones are worth looking for too while you're out. You know what I mean?
Or how about my Action Comics 686 DCU variant in 9.8?
I never find DCU variants. I think Half Price Crook takes them all.
Yeah, that was Doc, man. The Doc nailed that one.
Sucks them up.
So,
that show, man. The show over there is it's called the Pro Spec List for a reason, because you guys are all fucking super pros over there, man. I'm gonna have James sign some super pro.
The pro diggers. I mean, sweet Jesus. That's the worst part about trying to dig with these guys.
I know.
And for the record, Dino's real good on a con floor. Like, don't let him give you this, like, I just like Golden Age books every once in a while. I just try to buy a couple Golden Age books and stuff. I used to have one of those back in the day.
Yeah.
He was a fucking force to be reckoned with, quick, fast, in a hurry.
I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding. Here, you want this? I don't want it. Ding, 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 ding. I'm just like, God damn.
I told Carter that we're gonna go up to. He's gonna come up to Okemos in May. Come hang out with me. We're gonna go to a con together. It's gonna be good times.
Yeah, and Dennis is sick of it too. For the record, Dennis was buying shit from behind me, from like across the room, before I even knew what it was. He's like, "I'll take that and that," and I'm like, "Who is this fucking guy?" And then later, he like pulled his mask down. And I was like, I heard his voice, right? I was like, "Oh, it's Dennis, right?" Yeah, it was him. He was just fucking snatching shit from across the room. So. It's fun if you get a chance to come to our neck of the woods.
This book is crazy. This is one.
Dude, I've always wanted one. Have any of you ever owned one?
No.
Me neither. I think I'd tried to make a play on it at this price. Not that like there's spec value or anything to it, but when I got back into comics, like when The Walking Dead was like big, this was like that book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That everybody wanted. Jeremy Bastion, Cursed Pirate Girl.
Super cool. All right, look at this one. That's
what the fuck is going on here?
That is
Can someone explain to me all of this shit with the Once and Future? Like last week, no one cared, but this week now everything's $1 gajillion.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ross Ritchie out there, man.
So Ross Ritchie's buying his own books, or?
Well, I don't know, man, but that guy has got some stuff with Bruin.
I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe we get Ross back on the show. He's a fan of the show. Maybe we talk to him and say what's up with Once in the Future. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff I saw. There was that 8th print book, right? That went for some ridiculous amount of money.
Well, it was selling for like $60 like 2 weeks ago, and then it was like $800. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I don't. Either something's a brewing or I'm missing something.
Man, you can buy X-Men 94 for that much.
Yeah. I defer to the wisdom of my friend one Mercenaut.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. All right, let's start getting through some of this stuff. This is interesting. This is a 1960s hand-painted concert poster for the Beatles from Hamburg, Germany. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking history. And this took me into a the eBay rabbit hole that I am going to give to you guys tonight in the second part of the market report. This poster right here, 2 bids. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what it is, but how cool would it be to have an original 60s hand-painted concert poster of the Beatles from Hamburg, like where they got their start?
I bet you. I went to a geekiness of me. Henry Ford Museum had a institute, like they had the Marvel Institute. They had one for the Beatles actually, and they went through all the iteration of the Beatles and where it started at. I wouldn't doubt this wasn't. This was. I bet you this was real. I mean,
Super.
I remember
cool.
that part. Yeah.
So with the Beatles, of course, I saw this. This is a Summer Love cover from 1965 Charlton book, $137.
Ooh, I like this.
All right.
You love that stuff.
I didn't know this existed, and this is going on the want list. I like this.
Carter loves the 70s romance books. You do, dude. That's your thing.
Yeah,
This is
man.
a cool one. This is a cool one, man. I'm all for this. I would
Boogie
grab
Nights.
this.
Carter's
Yeah.
Boogie Nights books.
This is interesting. More on the Beatles stuff, right? Who would have thought that this? I used to see this thing everywhere. I swear. But $203 for the 2004 McFarlane box set of the Beatles. But again, this kind of took me down a rabbit hole of musical memorabilia, right?
Yeah, I bet our new friend has like 8 of these.
Oh, dude. We're gonna listen. Shout out to Aaron because there are so many things in this that made me think of him and what we got coming. So, but anyways, I got into like musical memorabilia, and I thought, man, there must be some crazy stuff in there. Well, CDs from those of us who are around during that time, CDs, we don't think much about them. They're worth money. And even from bands that you never thought they would be worth money. This is a band called Breaking Benjamin that I really liked when I was in high school. Here's their CD.
My wife's going to kill me.
Promo CD sold for $275 with 70 bids. This is the promo, the radio promo again. But you could find these in used record stores all over the country. You know what I mean? So $217 for that CD. Well, how about this, right? So I'm a big fan of Tool, but I'm also a big fan of Adi Granov. Here's a Tool poster that Adi Granov did from San Diego. They only 500 of them. Pretty fucking dope. It sold for $368.
He did a lot of their album covers too, so people who don't realize, they made little inserts on the front of all their CDs. He did all that work too.
Yeah.
Damn.
And how about this? So I looked at some Tool stuff. So here's like some Tool concert posters, right? That sold. Look at that. That is absolutely mind-blowing. So you never know what you have in your garage, but this kind of also got me down the card road. So I looked at these. Look at these rock and roll memorabilia cards from the 60s. There's a Led Zeppelin one, a Jimi Hendrix one, a Rolling Stones one, and a Supremes one. And they look at what they sold for. I mean, that 69 Jimi Hendrix one for $2,000. Crazy. So absolutely bonkers. So how about this? Look at this. This is Kid Rock. I don't know if this was before or after the Too Short days when he used to try to have like the super crazy white boy high top fade.
High top fade,
yeah. Kid Rock used to, but this is a 1991 Premier Rat Pack Kid Rock card in PSA 10 that sold for $127.
He's a family friend. I should call him and see if he has any packs of cards in his closet.
So, the cards we show that go for so much, it blows me away when you see a real piece of history, an autograph from a president. This is came out of 2020 Historic Autographs, Presidents of the United States box, Martin Van Buren autograph, authentic with booklet, sold for $710. So,
I always see these on, what's that site that we buy cards from?
Blowout.
Blowout. Yeah. I always see these historical things, and they're like sitting around, and nobody buys them. And they're like boxes and cases of them. But I don't know. Like, do you buy it? And like, it's like Abe Lincoln's signature in one. It's like,
they are. Well, we've seen, what's his name from Cheap Fun Breaks?
Yeah.
Pull cut patches from Abraham Lincoln and shit like that. This right here, what I'm about to show you, is crazy though. For those of you guys that grew up in the 80s. You might remember Bonkers, the candy. Well, Bonkers had a Ninja Turtle candy thing that they did, and these people kept the wrappers and sold the wrappers for $216.
Get the fuck out of here.
Where's Paul when you need him?
Paul's who bought those. Why didn't you show up so we wouldn't have to talk about it?
Bonkers candy were awesome. I remember them as a kid, man. They were fucking great, especially the strawberry ones. Yeah. But how crazy is it? Like, this is the type of shit, like, that happens to me where my mom calls and goes, "Oh, I got some stuff that I forgot to give you when you were a kid." And they're like chilling in there.
And it's like Cheap Fun Breaks is Houdini, right?
Yeah, Houdini, yeah.
Yeah, just so everybody knows.
All right. This is cool. So I tried to collect every single one of these when I was, probably in college or high school, not because I wanted them, just because I would be out and about and you'd see them and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to get these. You know what I mean? And they're selling. So this is series 3 of the Homies set. It sold for $281. They sell for ridiculous amounts.
I don't even remember this at all.
You don't remember the Homies? Oh,
No.
God, man. It was such a big deal. The guy, for any of you guys that get a chance, go on YouTube after the show, of course, and look up the Homies saga. I think Vice did a little documentary on the guy that created them and how he went bankrupt and everything. Because of how fast society and things changed in America at the time, that people weren't spending money on little quarter machines and stuff. But this made me think of George, our buddy George, because our buddy George went home for Easter and found some pretty cool things. And he found some muscle men, not the pink ones, but the colored ones. And so I did a deep dive and look at some of these muscle men are selling for, man. The red one over here sold for $517, and the green one over here sold for $536. Now I get it; these are probably rare ones, like the Satan cross figure in muscle men.
Is my shit worth any money?
Hey, they could be, bro. I mean, they could be. Those are George's. That's George's pick in the middle there. So.
Note the residue from crawling around in my parents' attic on my clothes.
So yeah, more Muscleman stuff. Make sure you guys check out our buddy Peter Renna's video on Muscleman. He did a couple weeks back, I believe. So really, really, I love the old school Muscleman. All right. Boner stuff, wow. Right? Here we go. More boner sales. The 77 Tops is a PSA 9 sold for $1,500. But this, we got the PSA 9 boner, and then you've got the Carrie Fisher card at $1,600, an autographed Carrie Fisher. That was pretty interesting. How about this? There you go, Dino. The 1998 Cardinal WWF Trivia Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is his rookie. Sold for $721 and 9.5. Yeah.
Jeez, I got a story we'll talk about after the market report. Or you want to knock it out now?
Let's hear it.
So there's Ben Sales, and I'll forget the numbers, but don't hate me on this. I think it was $300 or $400 for a Topps 2020. It's like a reprint of a famous thing with a reprint signature on it of Derek Jeter. Sold for like $145 for a reprint of a card. And it wasn't even like slab PSA 10 or it was just a raw card. $110. A Juan Soto was like $150. Reprints. That's like us saying, hey, you can get a reprint of like Fantastic Four 1, like the Golden Age Records book, but it's like, it's like a mid-grade copy and it sells for like crazy amount of money, or something of that nature. Like a Golden Age PCH or EC reprint probably is a better term, and it sells for a couple $100. This next one is interesting. So, yep, this is the 1985 OPC box bottom. So back on the day, Topps products, they used to, on the bottom of the boxes, they used to print 4 cards, and you could cut them out. They printed the Lemieux his rookie year, which is really cool. I own one of these. Mine isn't graded; it's just labeled authentic by PSA. But I think it's really cool to see it get some love. If it's cut out nice and you can get it graded, it'll sell for a lot of money. As you can see here, this is a 4, I think, that sold for $522. Damn, pretty cool. All right, so I said Vika is in the chat, and Vika, I love that guy, man. He hit me up when he found a bunch of Prism a couple months back, Prism football and basketball, when I couldn't find anything, and I need him to get some luck here soon, so he can find some more Prism basketball, because Prism basketball just came out for 2021, and I can't find it anywhere. It's in your local Target.
It's got Brian fucked up.
It's got me fucked up. I can't find it anywhere.
People are camping out in like tents days, like nights and days before, like it's a PS1.
Well, how about the sicko, the story you told me about?
Yeah, so I went to my local Target and I said, I hear you guys have a thing where you can line up and you give people, 1 box per person, and so everybody can get something. And they're like, yeah, we kind of do that. And I go, well, what's going on? And they're like, well, our guy is kind of spooked because he found a tracker on his truck. A person
somebody's going to prison for this one.
Somebody had put a tracking dot on his truck to follow him around from store to store to know when he was dropping stuff off.
Look at Carter's face. Jesus Christ.
Well, let me tell you guys something.
That's what I looked like when I first heard the story, and then I was like, this guy's going to prison.
Well, let me tell you something. Here's the problem. Like, those boxes had to have like for instance, that the Prism hanger boxes have an MSRP of I think of $20. They're selling for $150 or more on the secondary market.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
I mean,
but this is why
it's 7 times. It's crazy. 7 times. Like I can see maybe like 40, double it up. You know,
yes,
that's not terrible, I guess. But
no.
7 times, like, geez.
So this is the base Prism LaMelo Ball rookie. It sold for $363. Wow. Now these are gonna drop because these are just, you know, people go crazy the first ones that hit the market.
And he's out. And he's out right now too.
Yeah,
he's not playing.
But here's some craziness. On the left, you see a brand new this year, 2021 Zion Williamson second year silver Prism that sold for $212. A second year card. On the right, you have his cracked ice rookie that sold for just $40 more. This is craziness. So this isn't like in comics where you've got, you know, the wave that people just gotta have something, the first one to market. Here's a perfect example. Don't be stupid, guys. Like I would take that. I would spend $40 more for that Zion every single day. Every single day.
That was like the LeBron James Lakers card, right? I mean, when that came out, people were blowing that away, right? I mean, it was LeBron's first Laker jersey card. It was like, but you know, I'm not spending $500 for that.
Speaking of LeBron, so in this new 2021 set is one of the most gorgeous cards I've ever seen. And it's the LeBron card. It's LeBron. It's the #1 card. It's kind of like a Kobe tribute, but look how gorgeous that card is. I mean, to see that picture, how they framed it, you should see some of the cracked ice orange and gold parallels with this, with the purple name tag that says LeBron. It looks so gorgeous. But as you can see here, just a regular Prism sold for $1,400 of that card. A base one sold for $236. This ain't no rookie. So this is crazy what these are selling for. So be on the lookout at your Targets, your Walmarts, your Fred Meyers for Prism basketball. Buy them. I don't care. Call me if you don't want them. I will pay you for them.
And I've done that with Brian. It's good times. And my wife looks at me like I'm crazy. But, dude, even me, dude, I got a Meyers, a Target. I got all that crap by me. Nothing. Gone.
It's crazy. It's bonkers. And it really makes me sad because – man, I would love to.
Look at this. Joe hit us up in the chat on this. It was MJ Fleer rookie card PSA 9 sold for a low of $22,700 today.
Wow!
And people were like, $22,000. That's crazy. Not really, because they were going for like $75,000, $60,000.
Yeah,
dude, I was at a card expo here at the IX Center like a couple of years ago, and an entire case of Fleer 86 was selling for $28,000.
Yeah,
like I'm talking like a case.
Yep. They still sell for $80,000 a box now.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Not a case, a box. There's 36 in a case. Mm-hmm. So, all right, this is interesting. Look at this. Sokatana vintage collection figure, the 3.75 inch, $511, and another one. This is the vintage figure too. So this is the Clone Wars one, I guess. That's what's the difference. I don't see the difference, but one sold for $828 with 56 bids, and one sold for $511 with 3 bids. March 30th and April 2nd.
I would probably try to list mine like the second one.
Yeah. This is interesting. So this is these Lego Star Wars brick heads. These were in Target for a short period of time, and one sold for $245. Yeah, in the Lego.
That's what they call Marco on the dark side, Star Wars brickhead.
Well, he was. Hey, I got to shout out Marco on this one because he was talking about this when it came out. Make sure you guys look for this if it's there, because of everybody was going crazy for it.
Hey, I really like the new format for Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah,
I really think it's a cool change, and I've really enjoyed the droid. I don't know what you want to call it, like round robin. bracket.
Yeah,
I think they're doing some really good stuff over there. If you guys aren't watching the Star Wars show and you want to know, about Dirge and some of these other characters before they go nuclear, they are your one-stop spot for everything Star Wars related. So please go back, check out some of their old podcasts. They're a wealth of information.
Yep. Amen. All right. So this is one of my all-time favorite G.I. Joe figures. I only own one. They're super hard to find. They were a send-away figure.
I remember this.
Yeah. So obviously I'm a Snake Eyes guy. Snake Eyes is my all-time favorite figure, and specifically version 2 with the wolf is the best G.I. Joe figure ever made. Storm Shadow version 1 is number 2, and this is basically Storm Shadow version 1 with a teal paint scheme, and they called him Ninja Viper, and he came with 2 swords, either 2 silver swords or 2 black swords, and I can't remember which one is rarer. As you can see, they're really hard to find, and one sold recently. They loose. They basically came in a bag, just a see-through bag, almost $400, $391 for 18 bids. Yeah.
Wow.
What year is this? Because I swear I don't remember this.
This was probably early 90s, late 80s. Oh. This is interesting. So this is a Lego Spider-Man Miles Morales minifigure, a PlayStation exclusive, sold for $1,200.
Get the holy.
Yeah.
Woo!
I think this. Did you have to go on a PSN store and buy it? Maybe.
There's another one that's not Miles. I think it's just a regular Spider-Man that sells for a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. This is really cool, really interesting. Well, it's not really cool. It's really interesting, but it's my all-time favorite, comic character, the Watcher. This is the opened version of the Marvel Select one, which is like not even the best one, and it sold opened for $241, 13 bits. Crazy.
How many you got of these? How many you have these?
I just have one. I have one, but I never thought it would be worth anything, or I'd buy more.
Is it open or is it?
It's unopened.
This
is opened.
But you've got one box.
No, I opened it. I opened it. Displayed that shit, man. Hell yeah. The shit that I liked that I didn't think were going to be worth money, I opened. So like the white cloaked Vader, I opened that shit. I didn't think that was going to be worth money. But here's one I do have unopened, and Nico knows about this one. Our good friend Matt DeVoe knows about this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here's
that's a good price, actually.
Yeah, this is a real good price.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good price. Fuck. I'd have bought that one.
Super tough book to find, even tougher to find it in unopened and in good condition. You're better off buying them unopened and leaving them unopened because most likely you're going to open it, it's just going to be trashed on the spine. This is the famed white variant of Spider-Man 2099.
They're not as bad as the Young Avengers #1, but they're bad. Yes. I mean, they're just a pain in the ass. And I regret selling the copy I had. And I'm probably going to end up being the next buyer. It just keeps moving up.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 ways to search for it. I assume that if you experiment with that, you can find some cheap listings. But I forget, so they call it like KB 2099, Toy Biz 2099. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Legends 2099. So experiment with that in your saved searches if you want to compete.
Yep. Yeah. Even the figure sells for a lot if you find the figure.
Right?
Yeah, the figure loose sells for a lot. So be on the lookout for it. Now, I have probably twice as much as these saved for the next show. So we'll end there and get into some crazy pickups and a really cool King Kong story from Mercenaut.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Well, so the King Kong Godzilla movie came out. Did you guys see it? Any of you guys see it? I heard it was good.
Yeah, I watched it. It was good.
Really? It was decent?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's not Ben-Hur, but it's fucking good.
Yeah.
They're just making better and better TV shows. I liked it. I like Millie Bobby Brown. I think she's cool. I like a couple of the different actors in there. With Kyle Chandler, the dude that was on Varsity Blues, Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights. You know what I mean? I like him as an actor. And you know, I mean, it's not going to win like an Academy Award for Best Picture, but like get your popcorn and your milk duds, and you know, it's worth a couple hours of your life. Plus, who doesn't have a soft spot for Kong and Godzilla?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Everybody grew up watching those Godzilla movies.
The action figures. The action. All about action figures. People with Godzilla action figures go crazy, man. Like just
bonkers. But okay, so the movie came out. Everybody's talking about the movie, this and that. Carter, did you just decide to go hunting and find this, or did you already know about this?
Okay,
I can't believe you found these, dude. I've looked for these for I don't want to tell you.
Listen, it is what it is. You know how we do. You know how we do. You
strong
know,
like bull.
Strong like bull. Strong like bull. Okay. So our man, Jessup Half Price Crook, he told me about this book about a month ago, right? So we have Life with Archie, number 41.
That's beautiful.
Life with Archie, number 41. Okay. Now, this book is so apropos to the time, just because we have the first American appearance of Godzilla.
Bang bang.
A comic book. Now, is this official? This can't be. It's not necessarily official, right?
I don't think.
Does he have any speaking parts besides Roar? Is this a cameo? What is this?
Come on.
Well, that's Mothra, like, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So
that's as good as it gets. Yeah. The only way this could be any better is if it was on the cover.
Correct.
Right. Exactly. And on top of that, we get a little bit. If we can see
on the TV, they're watching it. Fuck yeah, that's Godzilla.
And then you have the movie poster.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is this? Monster Melee. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, okay. So here's what we got. Right, we've got your book, which what is it? Here we go. Life with Archie. Right.
Yeah, books.
That's that one.
Yeah, books.
Books. Jesus.
When he sent me that, I literally almost dropped my phone.
Jesus. Look at that. So did you know about it, or did you just find it?
I knew about it just because Jessup told me, and like I started looking for the book for like maybe for that month, and every time I would go straight to Archie, I would look for the Silver Age. Silver Age.
Mm-hmm.
And always turned up a blank. Always turned up a blank. And
every time it's 40, 42, 40, right. 42.
Yeah, exactly.
People know about this. This isn't like a revolutionary piece of information, or at least people in our area, at least one asshole knows about it and has gone and gotten all of them.
Right. And okay, so I was at a store early in the morning, and I heard people talking about a show that was going on. So I hightailed it to the show, and so I come across a guy selling like Golden Age, Silver Age. Wow. I see that, and it's in that exact condition, and I'm thinking, is this a reprint? Because the book just looks so nice. Is this book real? You know what I mean? Just because it's like, this can't be it. And, okay, is this the wrong number? Am I looking for number 42? Because this is too easy. This was too easy. And so I just buy it. It's $5. So what are you gonna do? So I buy it, I open it up, and sure enough, it was in there. The little Godzilla and Mothra, it was in there.
Oh man.
And hallelujah. So I found that for $5, and then I find this other copy on the same day for $3.50.
Damn.
Wow. Not bad.
Damn.
It look. It just is what it is. What it is. It is what it is.
All right. So we have King Kong then. Here's some books for King Kong, right? This Monsters of the Movies book.
Yeah, relatively cheap, man. There's a Gold Key King Kong #1. Also, they're out there. This is the one that I like. It's
I like
dirt
that one
cheap
too.
right now on eBay. The Dave Stevens cover. I love Dave Stevens.
Yep.
If you aren't trying to like go long on King Kong, this is a cool like $20, $30, $40 buy, and I bet would look real nice in a slab.
Interesting.
Yeah. Dave Stevens, the most underrated comic artist in the game. Or undervalued comic artist in the game. Dope stuff. This reminds me also of Universal Studios California, because they had that thing. Yeah, you could go up and that's exactly what King Kong looked like. Looked just like that. I wish she was there. She wasn't though. All right.
Right.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Any of you guys got? Well, before we do pickups, why don't we do a giveaway? We have a hat giveaway and a Taskmaster 3 giveaway, or Taskmaster number 3 variant, Wonder World Comics variant to give away, thanks to Dennis Barger.
Oh, and incidentally, the guy that won this, I'm going to send you something else too, because I'm an asshole and haven't gotten it out to you timely, and I'm sorry.
Well, everybody that wins stuff, sometimes it takes a little time to get there.
I apologize about that.
Yeah, because sometimes it costs $30 to send it, and it's
I
crazy.
just get busy, and we all do. So I apologize. No excuse, but I'll make up for it.
If you don't get your stuff, you can always let us know, and we will get it to you.
Yeah, make sure you email Tales from the Flipside channel at gmail.com. That's probably the best way to do it.
Yep. And let us know what book you won too. All right, here we go. Here is the winner of the hat and the Taskmaster 3 variant. Made to Last. Didn't he already win? Didn't he win last week?
I don't know.
I think he won last week.
Yeah, this does not help me with what the fuck to buy, Dennis, for the record.
No, yeah. I don't think this is it. Is this isn't this the one he won last week? I think he did win last week.
Oh boy. Are you gonna run it again?
Yeah, let's run it again.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Made to Last.
It's okay.
Yeah, that doesn't help me either.
Hold on. Is this the right one? What show is it?
164.
Hold on, you guys. I got the wrong show.
Okay.
I feel like an asshole.
That's okay. Hey, leave people in suspense. Run it again.
Run it again. All right, let me go get the right show.
Maybe those people that are annoying raffles. He's not here.
Yeah. Terrible.
You're doing good, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
All right, let's do this.
I'm just looking for a little insight. What do you get? It's like trying to buy a gift for my dad. Like,
you know,
they
funny?
have everything.
They had a Reddit
and if they don't, they can buy it. You know,
they had a Reddit comment about this, and it was they said, like, what do you buy super wealthy people who have everything? And it's something handmade or something that you put time into.
Well, he doesn't want my fucking comic book art. I'll tell you. So we're gonna have to think on this one. But
you're gonna use macaroni and put his name in it, like macaroni art, like back in high school, or like
I don't know that would necessarily be a fair trade. Although if I document it on video, he might be satisfied just with the torture of it all.
Oh, there it is.
All right, we're in. That's done and done.
Is that our boy Rob Fordham?
Yep.
And he says you need to get him a foreign comic. No, he doesn't have any of those.
Yeah, and I got enough that I can give him something that's cool as hell. Thank you, Robert Fordham.
Yeah, so hit me up.
And thank you, Doc Joe. Appreciate it, brother. Much love, man.
Look at that. Little dono train. Hope we get a dono train going.
All right. Let's see here. Good stuff. Make sure you guys always look in the Archie section. We think we've shown you a couple books over the last couple shows on the channel to look for in that section. And also look for Archie's joke book 41, which I think is the very first Neil Adams professional artwork.
Look at JJ Maxwell. Make macaroni art and make it an NFT. Instant $1 million. Look at this. I like it.
Do it on the blockchain.
My man's thinking.
Oh my God. All right. You guys got pickups?
Do we want to show my CGC book?
Yes, we want to talk about your CGC books.
Do you want? Let's do this because it's going to go into a discussion. Let's go through everybody first, and then we'll do you last, Nico. Because I go into a discussion. I don't want to miss everybody because.
All right, Dino, you're up, brother.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got to go grab mine, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're good, dude. I'm not worried about it. I don't have many. Make sure I can grab them all. I don't have many, but some. We'll save this for last because Carter's actually interested in that. So I got a book. Let's go to the common books. Everything nobody cares about. Here we go. JTC Luke Skywalker Star Wars, supposed to be rare, I guess. I don't know. I just bought it because somebody shot a link.
I mean, Luke as a stormtrooper is beloved. It's very cool, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see. I bought it. It was cool. I mean, I don't know. What else do I got here? T-Fall finally sent this from England. It's like, so this is
second print?
Second print, baby.
All
so
right.
I bought one of these. What did it say?
Nice.
Second print on this thing.
I don't have any of those. You did good.
I think this is like my second or third one. I think I have second printing right there. So, yeah, and it's like this is like Riri Williams, right? It's got the little bubble in it, like Riri. So, it's that book, and then I got this book for a lowly price. No bag, no board. Still a no bag, no board because I don't have a Golden Age bag or board, which is criminal. In a medium shipping box, bubble wrap, and a thin piece of cardboard, like maybe 3 inches around the whole book. A little Phantom Lady action. Attached at the top staple, detached here, but I mean,
it's a beautiful book, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of I got it for a decent price. Out of some guys, so grandparents' attic find. A lot of them were all just mouse chewed. The whole list was one of them that wasn't. So, talking down from a lot to a little. So that was that book. And then the probably the win of the week, I like to say, a little Buster Crab action. People were like, "What's this?" Little Frank Frazetta cover art, which is, as Mr. Mercenant says, is it a Western or is it a sci-fi or is it both? Who knows? But I mean, when somebody's suplexing an alien, I mean, you gotta do the deed, man.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, 3.0. I mean, I guess I'll tell people what I paid. Who cares? I paid like $225 for it. I mean,
yeah, I think that's smart buy, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's from 52.
I think both your Golden Age buys were real smart buys.
And I'll tell you the other one. The other one was like $75. There's one up for like $300 right now on eBay, and I was like, dude, this one looks like it's falling apart, man. That one on eBay isn't. So I mean, I didn't really know. I didn't want to screw them, but I said, $75, we'll figure it out. But we'll see. I mean, like Nico said, I'm doing a little bit of buying so I can stack and be that guy at the con and like, hey, I got all these books, man. Can I get a UF4 variant? Wouldn't that be the ultimate flip? Like, hey, I'll trade you all these rare Golden Age for that UF4 variant. Joking.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Maybe.
No, you did good, man.
We'll see.
I mean, you sold from Carter.
After you look at my CGC submission, we'll see whether or not you think.
Well, I've been trying to emotionally prep you for this, and you're like, dude, this is 92. This is the sickest cover. It has nothing on it. Dude, they're gonna and I'm like, dude, like me and Sean have been telling you for weeks, like it's brutal. Like, I mean, we've both got subs.
CGC gives no fucks anymore. They give no fucks. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about you at home in YouTube land. They don't care.
Nico's too gullible when it comes to like, oh, there's nice guys there. There's nice. The grader's a really nice guy.
They're always nice to me.
It's interesting because it's gonna, it's funny because his roommate got.
For the record, I'm trying to book these guys to come back on.
I have no problem.
They're probably watching now like this motherfucker. You think I'm gonna go on here with this idiot? Absolutely not. Matt Nelson's looking like, fucking wise guy Nico and his idiot friends. Won't be on his show anymore.
Can they grab my chain?
I'm gonna go hang out with DS and the Golden guys, where people actually know something about fucking comic books.
Well,
Fucking morons on Tales from the Flip Side. Fuck those guys.
The views expressed by Mercenat do not reflect those of Tales from the Flip Side.
My man.
Not, yeah. And you know what we say in my professional career? Insufficient. It was insufficient.
All right.
But you know, before we move on to this and Nico stuff, we're all still submitting to CGC, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
Goddamn right.
Listen,
I just sent him fucking. I don't want to tell you how many more books.
It's like CGC burnt my comics. That's okay. It's like a bad dude. It's a bad like relationship. It's okay. It was my fault. I burnt them. It was my fault. I'll just send you another one. Don't worry. It's brutal.
Yeah. This time I paid for walkthrough service on a couple of them too.
All right. I'll go next.
Yeah, hit it, brother. Oh boy.
Right. So I just went and finally was able to go through some boxes.
I thought you were gonna say I went to some flea market. I got this Punch 12 again for $3. Yeah. You guys didn't know.
No, I hit up Jesse. I went to go stop by Jesse's, and somebody had just walked in with like 4 or 5 boxes, and he's like, "Hey, go ahead and go through them." So I found this Spider-Man Adventures Venom cover number 10. Yeah, love this cover. Love this cover.
I've never even seen that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, there is a newsstand edition of this too. So, this is the Venom 2099 AD, Spider-Man 2099 AD. I think this is a connecting cover, right? There's some more of those more of those coming. I like this one, right? The Satan 6 with Jason on it.
First appearance of Jason in comics.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I gotta look. My wife's a big horror fan, so I gotta get her that one.
This is interesting. This was Cyberforce and one, the newsstand.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's always a buy for me.
Yeah. Again, Dave Stevens. You can never pass up a Dave Stevens Marilyn Monroe Crossfire.
I'm looking for that one.
I know. I was in there. I was talking to Dave, who also works with Jesse. I was like, how is this even still sitting in here? Like, how can somebody sell this book? So, now it's
VF now.
Yeah.
Let's hope it felt correct.
Yeah. This Spider-Man run with early Ben O'Reilly Scarlet Spider stuff, right? I'd never seen
a good long-term play.
I'd never seen these before, so I just grabbed them for cheap, and it looked like Ben Templesmith art, which I love. It's called the D Ward, and it's by Keenspot. But the reason I bought it is because it had a variant for number 1 with it that is Ben Templesmith art.
Oh, no shit.
That says retailer incentive variant. So I don't know, but it was cheap, so I bought it just to check on it.
Jesse, take care of you. Is that $1 book?
It says Coffee with Comics on the back, so I don't know what that is, but we'll have to look into that. This was I picked up the Star Wars Forces of Destiny Ahsoka Padme book, so which is the first in canon Ahsoka, right? Isn't that what they were talking about for a long time? So this was kind of cool, but of course with the new God stuff,
dude, that's a beautiful copy. Yeah. Jesus,
first Black Racer, right? Really cool character, and Orion.
Is that thing as nice as it looks? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's really fucking nice, dude. It's really nice. Yeah, as you can see.
God damn.
Yeah. I bought this. I was hoping the other one was in there, but I bought this one. This is the non-Spawn one, but it's connecting cover with the Spawn one. So Image United.
Coffee with Comics is Comics with Bueller, I guess.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's where that came from.
Nice.
This was there. I took a flyer on this for $5.
Very cool.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
I grabbed this just because I know sometimes video game comics can be worth money. City of Heroes #1.
I remember playing City of Heroes back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's a smart buy, dude.
This was cool because it's old school Rob Liefeld art, and I loved Rob Liefeld back when he started Awesome. And This is the San Diego Comic-Con preview cover for Awesome.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, right. This was cool. I never see this book. The Secret Origins number 10, the Batgirl one.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's got the Killing Joke stuff. You
Fuck
never
yeah,
see
man.
that.
Never, ever.
Yeah. I just never see books like this, so I grabbed them. Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja by Eternity. It's like foil and stuff.
Can I mention that the first appearance of Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja, is a book I never fucking see. I always look for it. I never find it. Drives me nuts.
What is it?
We'll talk about that privately before I run another book.
Okay. All right. Here's another one. Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja, number 1, the Spring Spectacular.
Do we think it makes it into a cartoon or a movie or something?
This is old school.
It's just
comic
90s
fun.
like nostalgia fucking goodness. You know what I mean? Like
they have Mighty Ducks
Salamandroid,
right now.
Cyber Frog. This was cool. This was the Captain America variant for 700, which has got what's his name on it before he was even thought of being whatever.
Yeah.
So
Young Dylan.
This was cool. So core number 1, right? But on the back, this is the A cover. On the back is the B cover by Greg Capullo.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Right? This was in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then the other Venom 2099 books were in there.
Cool.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. So I think I paid like $80 for everything. And then this has already been given away from the Hot 10 show. If you guys want a chance to win it, go watch the Hot 10 show. That was last Friday. But Jesse just handed me this on the way out, and he said, "Here, give this away." And then he said, you don't have to mention it was from me. And I said, "Yeah, fuck you."
Is that the variant?
Yeah, this is Slam number 1, the Virgin variant, 9.8.
That. That's cool.
Yeah, it's from the Boom Box, I guess. So, this is a cool giveaway, care of Jesse James Comics. So, if you guys want to win this book, go watch the Hot 10.
Yeah, Jesse, out of the kindness of his heart, sent my roommate a copy of ENIAC number 1 just because he's a good person.
Good.
Yeah,
just sent it to him in the mail.
Yeah,
he was so happy. I've literally never seen him so just kind of like humbled by the generosity of the comic community. You know, he's like, there's great people in comics. So for like every fucking bonehead lunatic that is a loudmouth all over the Facebook page you're on, or live chat you're in, or hangout you're in, or whatever, know that there are people out there who just are great people, and let's try to do our best to focus on them.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Amen. Real quick on that note, before Carter jumps on here, I want to say a big thank you to Spine Ticks. I was able to jump on the Spine Ticks show this Saturday over there with Sith and Azorus. They are badass. They're doing cool stuff. Totally Drunken Chat Son-esque, super long show, drinking and hanging out, just talking comics. So had a lot of fun with them. Thank you to Newbie Comics for coming on the Hot 10 this last week. That was cool. We're going to do our best to start getting cool people who are in the YouTube comic community who have their own shows. We're going to start, having those people on the Hot 10. We're just going to carousel people. So if you get a DM from us or a message from somebody asking you to come on the Hot 10, that's what we're doing. So shout out to Drunken Chat Son. Mighty Mel V, unfortunately, is changing his schedule around, so he might not be able to be on the Hot 10 as much. So we're gonna turn that into a little bit of a community show and show some love to some great shows out there and great people that are doing cool things. So, all right, Carter, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's stay on the Archie train. So we found Archie's Madhouse number. What number is this?
It's her second appearance, right?
Yeah. So crap, I forget what number this is. I think this is number 24. So Sabrina the Teenage Witch. This is her second appearance.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I just saw the cover because it had like kind of a Frankenstein-esque character on it. I just figured, it'd be worth picking up. And then it
Good
turns
call.
out
It is 24.
yeah. Okay, so second appearance of Sabrina. Ooh, wait, ooh, wait, ooh, wait. Now this was definite. This had to be okay. So it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Which one is the steal? Which one is the steal of the weekend? So we have Life with Archie number 41, or
Bang.
Star Wars Republic 51. I don't know.
I think it's that one. Yeah.
It's that one.
How much did you pay for that one?
$350.
Yeah. I'd definitely say that's one. That thing
Yeah,
sells
yeah.
for what, like $200, $300.
Yeah, not $350, $3.50.
So what is that number again? Star Wars Republic 51?
Yeah, Star Wars Republic 51. So first appearance of Dirge and second appearance of Asajj Ventress.
So let's take a look here real quick. Here's some prices on this Dirge. Yeah. Shout out to Mighty Mel V, who in a chat has been talking about this book for a little bit now, and he's finally, hopefully, he got himself some copies. But there you go, Carter.
He's
I think
got a
that
9.8 newsstand.
Yeah, I think that $361. Jesus,
it's funny. At the beginning of the year, this was like a $30 book.
Yeah.
It was so cheap that at the last con we were at, I didn't pull it to put it in my show boxes because I was like, oh, there's a lot of room to grow on these ones.
Crazy, man.
That's
crazy.
Gorgeous.
So I would say you did very well on that.
Oh, okay. And next, I wasn't sure.
Damn.
It's so funny.
Dude, I was so fucking hot that you were like, should I buy this? I'm like, if he didn't fucking buy it, I swear to fucking God, my head's gonna explode.
I legit wasn't sure because I'm looking at eBay prices and I'm looking at this for $60. I'm like, is there because you know how comic books are, especially indie books like this, it's like maybe a slight tweak that'll make it not worth shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just wasn't sure, but it turns out this is the one store, and so we got this for $60. Hallelujah! And I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you a preview of an upcoming haul. So we've got now. This is a book that has blown the fuck up. So we have Deadpool 6 second print blue border. Okay, so if you check the last couple sales for this book,
I got you.
Like an easy like $125.
Yeah, I was gonna say $1.25, right?
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
So
151 sold for it. Looks best offer.
Yeah,
she's on the move.
Yeah, somebody got one for $13.99. Lucky SOB. $250 best offer. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more. We got one more book. Okay, now I found this book. I've been high on this book for probably a couple of years now. So we have Contest of Champions number 2. Anytime I find like a cover price copy of this, I'm gonna buy it. So this is done by Ken Bald, and Ken Bald is a golden age artist. Okay, and he actually set the Guinness World Record for this as the oldest artist to do a comic book cover.
Oh, that's beautiful,
right? And so and as you can see, you have Falcon Cap and Steve Rogers Cap. It's like a beautiful time warp. You know what I'm saying? You have Namora versus Namorita, Human Torch versus Human Torch. So, and considering that Captain America is the hero du jour, especially Falcon Cap, he's the hero du jour right now. So, I figured this is the perfect time to show this book off. So Contest of Champions number 2, This is a 1 in 25 variant. Not necessarily an expensive book. I'm pretty sure you can find this thing for ratio. So yeah, that is the book that I love this cover. Absolutely love this cover. So
this is funny. We've talked about this. How does Carter hold the books like they're playing cards? I know Nico has small hands. We've talked about this. We've talked about trying to grip it like that.
You just do it like this.
Yeah.
Just do it like that.
Nice book. Not bad. All right, George.
Well, do we want to? Okay, so we're gonna go through the CGC stuff. Is that what we want to do now?
Sure.
Do you have?
What you got?
Well, let me ask you this. All right, let's just go. So I got a bunch of books back. I got fucking murdered. Let's just be real precise. Like, it was a brutal beating. Okay, first and foremost, brutal beating. That one hurt.
What did you expect that one to get? What did you think?
I thought it was maybe going to be a 9.2.
Yep.
All right, now I did great on all my Silver Age. Okay, they were about spot on where I had hoped that they would be. So, let me try to find silver was dead on, where I'd sort of hoped to find it. But when it comes to copper and bronze, I got freaking murdered. Now, who didn't get murdered? My roommate, because he subbed books with me. And I would like, to preface my own personal beating with his quality results. John?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, boy. What's up, man?
What up, John?
George Smith's trash books, so that's why he got the grades he got.
Ooh.
Before they blew up, I think I was picking them up for $40. I sold a couple raws.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a 9.8 and 2 9.6s. George got beat up so bad, I let him get the 9.8.
Oh, nice.
That's a tough book, man.
And the A cover.
Nice.
Ice Cream Man #1. I like it.
And then here's my favorite.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Something is killing the children. The bathtub cover, the famous bathtub cover. What is that, number 3 second print? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can't wait until they make a show.
Yeah, you got to sell that sucker, man.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to sell it the other day, but I was like, no, I'm just going to hold off a little bit longer.
You're smart, you did. Not bad, my friend. Not bad.
But yeah.
Is that it?
Mercenot is the worst person to go picking with because he pulls nothing but fire. I usually harass him the whole time. You can ask him. Just because I don't want him around me. Yeah, I don't know how he does. He pulls nothing but fire, and I'm like, yeah, like get out of my way. Let me look in the boxes you're looking before you go over there. Huh? You want to run through this? What else?
Oh, yeah, that's the 8.5.
Yeah, we looked at that one.
Oh, you saw this one?
Oh, yeah. What else you got over
Tell
there?
him to show you the picture.
These are George's trash calls.
Yeah, he thought that was going to be a 9.0, about a 9.0, 9.2, and it came back a 7.5. That's what he's talking about.
I looked at one of them and I was surprised because after we looked on eBay at one of them, I think it was a 7.5. There's no way that should have been a 7.5.
And 9.4 on the 107. Ooh. Yeah.
Tough 68s. Yeah.
87.
Or 87, yeah.
That's 81. Sorry, 81. Yeah.
Yeah, 81.
87 300 90.
That's not bad.
What did he think it was going to be? Like a 9.2?
What did you think? A 9.2? Yeah, but there's all kinds of. It's a 9.0. There's ticks down the spine.
The back. Is it the back?
Yeah, there's one on the back too.
Always the back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was his gift.
Yeah.
Consolation prize.
Yes, he's cleaning and pressing before he's submitting.
Yeah. Well, we sent them to our guy, Nerd Box Comics, and he presses and cleans them.
That's not bad.
Yeah, there you go. At least you get something good.
Yeah.
The shame. My point of shame.
The shame.
This is where he cried a little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Actually, the first.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that
that's
it's a
where I
tough
cried a
book.
little
They don't just give out 9/8 anymore. That book, like back in the day when nobody knew about it, all day. Nowadays, good luck.
I think it's better than the 8.5 though.
Oh, I bet so too. I bet it's just 9.2, 9.4, but yeah, I think they with Vengeance 1.
The variant.
Yep.
That hurts.
Yeah.
8.5. Yeah. Brutal.
That's a respectable hold,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it.
I'm about to send the A cover in. What we just sent it in. I forget what else I sent in. I think it's She-Hulk #1, The Vengeance #1. It's Something's Killing the Children #7, the 1 in 20 variant.
Ooh. Okay.
What else did I send in? I forget, the paper's downstairs, or else I'll tell you the rest of them.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Well,
we'll let George jump back on.
the question is it even worth sending non-modern books to CGC anymore at this point, man? Those copper and those Bronze Age stuff are just gonna get murdered.
Yeah, I'd probably slow down on those. Modern books are going to be a coin flip.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't necessarily slow down on anyone's CGC submissions. I mean, I have books I get back where I'm like, well, they were incredibly kind to me. I didn't deserve that. And, other times where I'm like, I may have hoped for better and it didn't pan out. But it all works out in the wash. You know what I mean?
We're not trashing CGC. It's just, I think we've all here collectively submitted a lot of
Chad's
books.
just a fucking pain in the ass. He's always got a critique about something. He's a dear friend. So yeah, I wouldn't ask him.
No. I'm just saying, like, I think we're. I would say it's just frustrating because we know what grades are. It's not like we're sending an 8. You're not sending an 8.5 book in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's or if you're sending a modern book that's trash. I mean, you understand it. It's just
Yeah. So do we have the pics of that first appearance of Boba Fett?
No.
Not unless you sent them over Hangouts.
We didn't even talk about in the market report. We didn't even talk about our one sale that you made me send you that you didn't care about. He's not even paying attention. It's fine.
No, I am. I'm just gonna send him those pics now so he can kind of throw them up, just to give people kind of an understanding of like where we're at, and they can sort of appreciate the issue. So this game doesn't work so well now that you guys have seen the grades, but
we can still tell you. I mean, you sent us the other thing. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen real quick.
I got it.
Oh,
yeah. So, but it'll give you kind of an idea of like where we're at.
That'd be it, right?
Nope.
Not bad at all.
So if I know you can't zoom in, but around the bounty hunter, there's like a little tick there.
We can zoom in on it.
Yeah,
right.
So it looks
This
like a
right
little,
here. What's this back here?
That is not anything. That's just a photograph. So
Okay.
I think you can kind of see.
I thought there was a light crease in the bottom right corner, though.
No, I mean, look, it's not a perfect book.
No, I know.
But like 7.5.
Yeah.
Show the front so people can see. The point is, a tight goalie makes graded books solid as a rock. So here we are in a bull market, and people having a tough time who sub a lot of books. Me, cool. The fuck's it matter? Sounds good. It's good for the stability of the market, and this isn't to like be critical of CGC or whatever. It's just had a tough submission. I try to kind of tell people a little bit about my comic book journey, or whatever you want to call it. Shout out to our buddy Comic Book Journey on Instagram. Going to be joining us on the Spec 10. Everybody's got one. You tell me. 7.5? I don't know.
I didn't think so.
Absolutely not. Okay, I mean, we talked about this. I said, like, I have a 9.0, a Bronze Age 9.0 that looks way worse than that. You know what I mean? So I was expecting at least a 9.2.
That's what I thought.
Like that.
The fuck's JJ Maxwell talking about off center? Cards are off center. The wrap is off.
9.0, 9.2, 9.4 on a good day. That's what we all kind of.
How about Joe Dolan? He goes, presents like a 9.0. But anyway, it is what it is.
Hey, at least you didn't get 7.5 check mark.
Well, and here's the thing. The nice thing, the favor that CGC can do to you, right, is if you're like butthurt about like, this is a better grade than the book that I got, fucking keep it. And do yourself a favor and hold on to it.
Do you send it back in and have them press it for you?
Well, Lord knows I have. I need to follow my own advice, and repressing, reslabbing, resubbing books makes sense. I mean, just a small little increase can make a difference, and it is what it is. So, do I crack books out and resub them? No. Should I? Hell yes. Will I on this one? Maybe. Do I crack books out? Absolutely. I remember how butthurt people were that I talked about this. Like, I'll fucking crack out a book and sell it raw if I think I can sell it for more than I can.
So let's talk about the miswrapping. How much does that take off on a book when it has a miswrap?
So when we talk to Matt Nelson, sometimes they don't count it at all, right? Like it's a traditional thing. I mean, it counts. When I say they don't count at all, I mean it's not a fucking 10. But we see books that are traditionally miswrapped, like ASM 361, that can get 9/8 with a miswrap like that. So, is there going to be a point deduction for that? Absolutely not. Now, it was also miscut. There's if you look at the back of the book, can you show the back? There's a little extra piece of ink. Can you see it there? Maybe on the edge, the outer edge, not the spine edge, at the bottom.
No, maybe right here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Gotcha.
That's not overspray. That's from the fucking next like little piece.
So is that why it got such a ding on the grade?
No. I think, it's just a tight grade on a book that people are subbing a lot of books. So
what about grader notes? They're asking, are there notes? Not on 8.5 or 7.5? George?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's notes on all this stuff. CGC does a great job of giving graders notes, but when we talk about like people that are like, what are the notes? I'm like, can't you fucking see what's on the book? Like, there aren't hidden defects that are like, it's not like inner page is scrunched.
Well, it would be nice to know what they said was what dinged you for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull them up, but I don't know how necessarily instructive this is going to be.
Waviness. Going with waviness. Waviness. Even though you pressed it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the issue here. But, like, this is just one book, and, like, nobody's perfect. And I just kind of, like, I wasn't trying to, like, break the balls of the CGC graders or really appease the fucking live chat. I just kind of want to let people know that, like, it happens. Sometimes you get tight grades. Sometimes you don't. Keep subbing. I will. And, I think the sentiment, which is that CGC is tightening up on bronze and copper, is pretty accurate. And, being smart about that makes sense.
I think
there are not hidden defects.
I think if your buy-in is real close to what you think you're gonna get grade, like the low end grade of what your comic's gonna be. So, like, say I buy a Star Wars 1 and I pay $1,000. I need to hit at least a 9.2 to get my money back. That's where I think. You
guys ready for the thing?
Yeah. Read them off.
Well, I just thought we could show them to everybody so that
Sure.
they'd be able to see that there's clearly not. Can they read that?
No.
Probably not.
No,
God
excuse
damn it.
me.
All right. Large crease, breaks color, left top of back cover. Left top, back cover. Turn around.
Hold on, just give me a second. All right. I don't see anything.
Well, it's not. It's that little scuff mark.
Okay, gotcha.
Little scuff mark.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that a crease. I'd call
Okay.
that a scuff mark. But again, it is what it is. Light spine stress lines to cover.
Okay.
Very small crease, right bottom of front cover, breaks color. And that would be this corner down here. Like, you gotta go all the way over to the other side.
Right there.
No,
Right
that's
there.
not. That's not it.
Right there.
On the
That's
edge.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Does that give you a 7.5? I guess so.
That
But
is
you know,
interesting.
sometimes I do better, sometimes I do worse. And so the point is, you know, when you're out there and you're seeing like major price tags for copper and bronze books, Silver Age books, you know that like high grade copies are tough to come by. That like high grade raw copies of books are increasingly tough to come by, and you know, for as much as we hear about like a bubble in the market, I think that people just sort of like value excellent copies of highly collectible books, and it makes sense that they're disappearing. And it's real hard to sub 9/8 these days.
Yeah. Amen. It's going to continue to be hard.
Yeah. So I love CGC. I'll keep subbing books to CGC. Just sent a truckload of books to CGC, and as soon as I get a bunch of books back from my presser, I'll send more.
Awesome.
Did you send off Ultimate Fallout?
Goddamn right I did. And the Hulk 180, and the X-Men 94, and the Conan 1, and all kinds of cool shit. So,
Right on.
ain't gonna slow me down.
Well, I want to remind everybody.
Oh, and one last thing. You can ask Dennis, like, I'm a tough grader, right? Like, I forget he was like, I shoot him at Conan 1. He's like 9.2. I'm like 8.5. You know, like, I'm not one of those people who I think overgrades books. I think I'm a tough goalie, so.
I want to remind everybody to like and subscribe, hit that bell. From now on, you guys, any giveaways we do, in order to win the book, not only does your comment have to be picked, but you also have to be hitting that bell to receive all notifications from us. We've been getting a lot of questions from people of how come they're not receiving notifications. It's not on our end, it's on your end. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell and make sure it says all, not personalized or off. Make sure it says all. And you will get notifications anytime a good show drops on the network. I want to remind everybody, we have shows every day of the week, multiple shows every day of the week. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a reader, if you're you just want to come and hang out for a drinking game on Saturday nights with guys who love talking about comics, if you're a speculator, whatever it is, we got shows for you. So make sure you guys keep an eye on the channel and hit that notification bell. And much love. Make sure you guys follow us on IG, and we'll see you guys next time. Adios.